Offer home, auto, boat, RV, ATV, motorcycle, rental housing, business, farm, umbrella, flood, crop, life, long-term care, health, and disability. Ask for your Diva deal and get a free clipboard with built-in calculator. That's Growers Choice Insurance.
Base Camp is Bay City's best choice in fitness. Visit us at 515 Adams Street in downtown Bay City. Look for the red awnings between the one-ways behind historic Larson Salvage.
Wine glasses are full. The divas are ready. Now back to the Divalution Show.
So glad you're back. We're having a very, very interesting and enlightening show this evening with our guest, Martha G. Blessing. She's the author of God is a Pink Cloud, and she's going to tell us about the free seminar that she has coming up tomorrow night. She's also the founder of Soul Light Academy, and the name of her business is Divine Healing Blueprint. She's a medical medium, and she's pretty darn fascinating. So we were talking about how you healed yourself, and that was truly amazing, and about an hour surgery that turned into 3 hours because they couldn't find the cancer. That is so totally amazing. You are amazing. So now, how long ago was that?
That was just this past fall.
Just this past fall?
Yep. October to December.
Wow.
Yeah. So I learned a lot from, the time of the story and the information and the things that are in my book with reversing fibromyalgia, being in a wheelchair. I've really defied medicine and a lot of other things because prior to my second back surgery, they told me I'd never walk again, and I was in a wheelchair. And I didn't accept it. I knew there was something else. I knew there was a way. So my book talks about that healing journey. And, the first half of the book has the story. It's a spiritual, it's a mystical, metaphysical story. And then the second half of the book has the tools that I used. But a lot happened from that time until now in reversing cancer. And I had a wellness center. So I've taken everything. What's in the Divine Healing Blueprint and classes at Soul Light Academy is all of these tools, all of these pieces from when I was a practitioner, and I would send people out, and they would stumble and they would fall down because they just didn't have everything they needed. It's kind of like I used to work for a doctor, and diabetics people would come in, they'd be newly diagnosed as diabetics, and he would just hand them a sheet of paper that was a 1,200 calorie diet and say, here, go home, eat this, lose weight. They were clueless. They didn't know what to do, so they failed because they didn't have the support. So now it all comes back together of giving people that support, taking people step by step. They have their own goals. They have their own, whatever that illness is or whatever. It doesn't even have to be illness. It is mostly that I work with people who have some kind of, chronic illness or pain, or it could be acute. It could be, a cancer that they're wanting to heal. But it's starting at the beginning and going step by step, creating their plan according to their spiritual, divine, innate healing within them and their blueprint in their life. Because everyone's different.
Excellent. And that's the very truth, too. I'm a coach, and I have to agree with you. I don't have a plan that I go by. Everybody's different. And how can you fit anybody into a box or a mold? It's them, it's all about them, not you.
Yeah. So I lead people step by step. I have steps. I have a plan, but they're plugging themselves and their lives and their goals and their values and everything into it. You know, because we can take 3 different women could have fibromyalgia, and one could be 20, and one could be 40, and one could be 60. And they all work at different jobs, and they all live in different parts of the country, and they all have different family members, and that's everything that's contributing.
Right. So before, will you please come back? This wasn't long enough. We have to, we have to really set aside a lot more time for you, I think, maybe on a series of shows. But I'm going to ask you a couple more questions. But before I do, I'd like you to tell us about your event tomorrow night.
Yeah, so you know, I'm a healer and a teacher, but I'm not all that techie. So you know, I'll just start by saying that any of your listeners who want to email me at martha@marthablessing.com, I will send them the link to register for tomorrow night. It's a free teleseminar. It's the 5 C's of health, healing, and transformation. And I'm going to be going in depth of what these 5 C's are. These are the tools that we're teaching that people need, no matter whether they, you know, have an opportunity to do it with me or to do it on their own.
Right.
They'll get the information that they need, and then I go a little bit into the mantras and how and why they're so powerful. And so people will come away with, you know, a really active plan. Here's the steps that I need to do. I need to look at these 5 C's, and I can start using mantras right away.
Excellent. So is it okay with you if I put your email address on the Divalution Show's Facebook page and also on the W4 Divas Facebook page?
Yeah, sure.
Thank
Absolutely.
you.
Absolutely.
That way I'll make it easy for everybody to send you an email.
Yeah.
Okay,
sure.
great.
I'd be happy to. And they can just, you know, go like my Facebook page as well and reach out to me there.
Great. Okay. Excellent. I'll put a link to that on there too. So,
Great.
wow. I don't even know what to say, really. I'm going to tell you something. Right now, there's 3 people that are very dear to me that are sick. And this is a very, very timely show, and I so appreciate you sharing all this. And I guarantee you that at least 2 of those people will be listening with you tomorrow night. So thank you.
Well, that's awesome. That's what I'm here for. So
yes, very good.
Yeah.
So how can we get your CDs? How can we get in touch with you? Oh, by email. You already gave us your email.
By email and or if you go to my website to marthablessing.com, there's a contact page there. There is, you know, you can find my book there, and you can find my CDs there.
Oh, good. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent. Very good.
Yeah.
Well, thank you. So if somebody is just starting out on this journey of self-discovery and finally deciding that they can help themselves, that it isn't from outside, it is from within inside, what is the number one piece of advice that you would give to that person?
Meditate. And, you know, that's the only word really that we have in our English language, and people freak out when they hear that word. They're like, oh, God, I have to learn to meditate. I really don't want to do that. It's not what you think. And I guess I'll backtrack and I'll say, you know what, just learn to be able to get still. I teach people how to just be able to be still and just watch your breath, listen to your breath, start to go into your body and just create, if it's 5 minutes, just sit and just watch your breath. Watch your, you know, chest go up and down as you breathe in and you breathe out. And when you do that, you have to remember that we're not in charge of the breath. Our body is amazing miracle. You know, I say God didn't put us in charge of heartbeats or breathing because we would forget.
And that's the truth.
But it does it on its own. And so that's really your connection to your divinity, to your consciousness, to your life force, to everything. It's just sitting and watching that breath, getting in that stillness, going inside, and realizing that what an amazing machine this is. You breathe all on your own without having to do anything. And there's a lot of wisdom in that.
Very good. And
yeah.
And we are so busy and so wrapped up in everything exterior that we don't make time to go inside. I just started writing an article about that today for one of our local publications. So, wow, thanks. And I'm going to call you tomorrow and get another time slot for you to be on, because you were just an amazing guest, and I'm going to try to be on the webinar tomorrow night too, and I promise that I'll post that on all of our Facebook pages. And from the bottom of my heart, I thank you for sharing your knowledge with us. And
well, thank
I am
you
so
much
happy
for having me. It was my
you.
pleasure.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Okay.
Take care, Deb.
Thank you. You too.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Wow. Okay. So, we learned so much from her. 90% of illness is caused by stress, and stress is our response to life. So we can choose our response to life. We can choose our response to everybody, to everything, to every situation. And that's pretty much what she told us. She told us that there's 4 steps to 4 levels of healing. Western medicine, where we just put our faith in the doctor to cure us. A holistic practitioner, it's kind of the same thing. Go to the doctor is number 3. Go to the doctor or the practitioner, but we start taking 100% responsibility and start figuring it out, knowing that our bodies know how to be healthy, and we tune into self-love. Number 4 is an alignment with our divine self and our bodies. So that's what she's going to talk about tomorrow on her teleseminar. And I highly suggest that if you know somebody that is ill, somebody that maybe just doesn't feel up to par like they usually do, or somebody that you think would benefit from listening to this, I say tell them about it. We're going to give her contact information again at the end of the show. And we're also going to paste her post, I guess would be a better word, her email address on the Divalution Show and on W4Divas Facebook pages. You know what? We're going to take a little break. When we come back, we'll be talking with the Zingy Divas. And, that's always fun. And then we're going to be telling you a little bit about what's going on around here and tell you who our guest is next week. And we wish a happy birthday to Mike, Errol, Skylar, and Regina. We'll be back in just a little bit.
The Divas are going to refill their wine glasses. The Divalution Show will be right back.
Fun, friends, and a good time just starts to describe the enjoyment of the Sunrise Pedal Trolley. We offer a new and unique way to travel around Bay City and experience our area's culture, history, specialty, and antique shops. And, of course, our local pubs. The Sunrise Pedal Trolley is a 15-person people-powered bike. Whether you're out on a wine walk, trying the newest micro beer, or just out to have some fun, we offer an experience like no other. Our riders pick the stops before we begin, making each tour different. To book a tour, visit sunrisepedaltrolley.com.
Let LC Makeup Artistry help you believe in your own beauty. Professional makeup artist and medical esthetician. She's an award winner for her airbrush makeup, skincare treatments, and hair removal. Call Laura at 989-493-2607 or visit her online at lcmakeupartistry.com.
Ew, what's that smell?
They must not have used Poo Poo Be Gone.
Yeah.